Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make the best banana bread you have ever had. And it's pretty versatile. You can do different things to it to make it your own, but it is literally the best. I know everybody says that, you know, they're like the world's best. This is the best in my world for banana bread. You know why? Because my kids love it. And if your kids love it, you know it's really, really good. So anyways, without further ado, let's get to doing. Let's make some banana bread. We need a half a cup of buttermilk, 2.5 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. You're gonna need a tablespoon of baking soda, 1.25 cups of granulated sugar. We're gonna need a teaspoon of vanilla, a teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs, a half a cup of softened butter. And then I am doing some, so I'm going to do 2. So I'm doing these smaller little paper loaf pans. I really like these because they make a cute loaf. So I'm going to do 1 plain and 1 with chocolate chips because I have a couple kiddos that like chocolate chip banana bread. And then I have a couple kiddos who don't like the chocolate chips in there. So like I was saying, this is a very versatile recipe. I will link it down in the comments, or I will link it down in the description box below, not in the comment section, which I guess I could link it there too. But anyways, so you can just put as many chocolate chips as you want in there. But we're gonna need 4 to 5 bananas that are overripe, so very ripe. The riper they are, the more moisture will be in the banana bread. So anyways, I just use this potato masher. I've had this thing since the dawn of time. It is literally the best, and I just mash it. You can use a fork to do this too, or you know, if you have like an old school potato masher or whatever you would like, works just fine. But we want to get this good and mashed up, and the more ripe your bananas are, the easier they are to mash too. So we're just getting it to about, you know, like so. Okay, so before we mix this up, so if you're using these paper pans, you do not need to grease these, but if you are using like a regular reusable pan, like a glass one or whatever, you're gonna only grease the bottom. You don't wanna grease the sides when you're doing banana bread because it will rise all weird. It will like shoot up and then you'll have this weird shelf. I mean, it doesn't change the taste of the banana bread, but it does make it look funny. So in case if that happens to you and you're wondering like, why does this look weird? That's why, you know, literally not a big deal, but just thought I would throw that out there. This recipe calls for you to use beaters, or, you know, you could use a mixer. I don't. So in our big bowl, we're just going to put our sugar and our softened butter. So it is easier to use a mixer for this part. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to mix these together. I never do. Mostly because I just don't want to get my mixer dirty for this. I don't know. It's funny because like it has to be like, I have to justify pulling it out, and it's literally on the counter. I use it all the time, but I think it's because my mixer is super old too. So I like don't want to break it. So I'm like, no, I'll just do it by hand, you know, no big deal. So anyway, so we're just going to mix these together. Like I said, it would probably be quicker if you just did use beaters, but I'm not going to. So how's everybody's almost summer's going? I mean, it is, my kiddo has 1 week left of school. So next week here in our area, I know a lot of people go a lot later, but they start at the end, you know, in August. So if you have kiddos in school or just kids in general, if you're a parent or a grandparent, I'm just using 2 large eggs. Okay, so now we're gonna add our banana, which you want it to be about 1.5 cups. I'm just putting all of that. It's probably right around that. So we're gonna mix that in, our buttermilk. And if you don't have buttermilk, if you have whole milk, you can make buttermilk too. And then we're gonna do a teaspoon of salt, which is about that much, or maybe a little bit much. And our vanilla. Which we're gonna do about that much. Now you could add a little bit of cinnamon in this. You could add a little nutmeg in this. You can also, and don't worry, it'll look separated. That's totally normal. Do not stress at all. You could also add nuts. So I'm just putting our baking soda in with our flour and popping that in. So this is like an old school recipe. It's a Betty Crocker recipe. And I have made a lot of banana breads, but I have, different recipes. But this one I have been making for the last 25 years or more, and it is by far the best. Like, it just cooks up so nice, and it's my kids' favorite recipe. So it's the one that I keep making because it always turns out so good. And they really love it. And one can be plain, so I'm gonna pour the plain one first. Which, try to get this in there. So I'm gonna do about half. We're just kind of eyeballing it. I think that looks about like half, I don't know. A little bit more in there. And you're gonna wanna have your oven on 350, so go ahead and preheat your oven. And then, do you want to pour those in there for me, sis?
Yeah, but I need my chair.
Okay, we'll go grab it.
Okay.
Here you go. Go ahead and pour those in.
In here?
Yep.
All of them?
Yep. Okay, and then we're going to mix those in.
Okay. Smells like bananas.
It does smell like bananas, huh?
There's chocolate.
I know.
These are tiny.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let Mama see.
Okay.
Okay, now, do you want to help?
Yeah. All of it?
Yep.
I want to do it my own.
Okay.
Let's get messy. All of it?
Yep.
Good.
Good job.
Looks like this is the size.
Yep. Okay, so we're gonna put these in the oven for about an hour. Okay, I'm gonna do 60 minutes on the timer. Get our banana bread out. Oh, it's been an hour exactly. So there's our chocolate one and our plain one. Looks really good. Yum. All right, that's it. That's the plain. Oh my gosh. This one is the chocolate chip. Super delicious. They look amazing. Have a good day. Bye-bye. 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 Mom, nom, nom. Bye.